cannot use a regular DSL filter with a cut phone jack for an alarm panel. Regular DSL filters are designed to separate digital subscriber line, or DSL, signals from telephone signals in a phone line. They do not have the special circuitry required for alarm panel phone line seizure. Phone line seizure is a feature that allows an alarm panel to take control of a phone line when an alarm is triggered. This allows the alarm panel to call out to the monitoring station to report the alarm. You need to use a special 8-pin DSL filter that is specifically designed for alarm panels. These filters have the necessary circuitry to allow for phone line seizure. You will be able to eliminate the regular DSL filter if you install a filter at the alarm panel. The 8-pin filter at the alarm panel will separate both the DSL and phone signals, eliminating the need for a separate DSL filter for the phones. Here are the installation instructions. Firstly, connect the phone line from the alarm panel to the line port on the 8-pin DSL filter. Secondly, connect the phone line to the phone port on the 8-pin DSL filter. Thirdly, connect the DSL line to the DSL port on the 8-pin DSL filter. Fourthly, connect the power adapter to the 8-pin DSL filter. Fifthly, test the alarm system to ensure it is functioning properly. When dealing with alarm systems and telephone lines, it's important to understand the technical aspects involved to ensure proper functionality and safety. Let's delve into the specifics of DSL filters, alarm panels, and phone line seizure. Digital subscriber line, or DSL, technology allows for high-speed internet access over existing telephone lines. However, the DSL signal can interfere with traditional analog phone signals, so a DSL filter is used to separate these signals. A regular DSL filter is designed to block the high-frequency DSL signal from entering the telephone equipment, ensuring clear voice communication. These filters typically have two ports, one for the phone line coming from the wall and another for the telephone device. An alarm panel is a crucial component of a security system, responsible for detecting intrusions, fire, and other emergencies. To communicate with a monitoring station, the alarm panel often utilizes the phone line. In case of an alarm event, the panel needs to seize control of the phone line to dial the monitoring station and report the incident. This process is known as phone line seizure. Regular DSL filters do not have the necessary circuitry to allow an alarm panel to seize the phone line. They are designed to separate the DSL and phone signals, but not to allow the alarm panel to override the normal phone operation. Using a regular DSL filter with an alarm panel can prevent the panel from communicating with the monitoring station during an emergency, rendering the security system ineffective. An 8-pin DSL filter specifically designed for alarm panels is required. These filters incorporate additional circuitry that enables the alarm panel to seize the phone line when needed. The 8-pin configuration allows for separate connections for the incoming phone line, the alarm panel, and the telephone devices. When the alarm panel needs to seize the phone line, it can override the normal phone operation and dial the monitoring station without interference from the DSL signal. Installing the 8-pin DSL filter at the alarm panel eliminates the need for a separate DSL filter for the phones. The 8-pin filter separates both the DSL and phone signals, providing clear voice communication and allowing the alarm panel to function properly. Here is a more detailed step-by-step guide to installing an 8-pin DSL filter for an alarm panel. Firstly, locate the incoming phone line. This is the phone line that comes from the wall and provides the connection to the telephone network. Disconnect this phone line from any existing devices, such as a regular DSL filter or a telephone. Secondly, connect the incoming phone line to the line port on the 8-pin DSL filter. This port is typically labeled line or telco. Ensure that the connection is secure and properly seated. Thirdly, connect the phone line from the alarm panel to the phone port on the 8-pin DSL filter. This port is typically labeled phone or device. This connection allows the alarm panel to communicate with the telephone network when it needs to seize the phone line. Fourthly, connect the DSL line to the DSL port on the 8-pin DSL filter. This port is typically labeled DSL. This connection allows the DSL signal to pass through the filter without interfering with the phone signals. Fifthly, connect the power adapter to the 8-pin DSL filter. Some 8-pin DSL filters require a power adapter to operate properly. Plug the power adapter into a nearby electrical outlet and connect it to the filter. Sixthly, test the alarm system to ensure it is functioning properly. Arm the alarm system and then trigger an alarm event, such as opening a door or window. Verify that the alarm panel seizes the phone line and dials the monitoring station. Also, test the telephone devices to ensure that they are still functioning properly and that there is no interference from the DSL signal. Here are some additional considerations when installing an 8-pin DSL filter. Firstly, ensure that the 8-pin DSL filter is compatible with the alarm panel. Some alarm panels may require specific types of filters. Check the alarm panel's documentation or contact the manufacturer to verify compatibility. Secondly, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Each 8-pin DSL filter may have slightly different installation procedures. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for detailed guidance. Thirdly, use high-quality cables and connectors. Poor quality cables and connectors can degrade the signal quality and cause problems with the alarm system or telephone devices. Fourthly, protect the 8-pin DSL filter from moisture and extreme temperatures. Moisture and extreme temperatures can damage the filter and cause it to malfunction. Fifthly, consider using a surge protector. A surge protector can protect the 8-pin DSL filter and the alarm panel from power surges, which can damage electronic equipment. Phone line seizure is a critical function for alarm systems that rely on phone lines for communication. It ensures that the alarm panel can always reach the monitoring station, even if someone is using the phone at the same time. Without proper phone line seizure, the alarm system may not be able to report emergencies, putting the safety and security of the premises at risk. In summary, using a regular DSL filter with an alarm panel is not recommended. An 8-pin DSL filter specifically designed for alarm panels is required to ensure proper phone line seizure and reliable communication with the monitoring station. By following the installation instructions carefully and considering the additional factors, you can ensure that your alarm system functions properly and provides the protection you need. Let us explore the concept of phone line seizure in more detail. Phone line seizure is a mechanism that allows an alarm panel to take control of a telephone line in order to transmit alarm signals to a central monitoring station. This is crucial because, in the event of an alarm, the panel must be able to reliably contact the monitoring station regardless of whether someone is already using the phone line. Without phone line seizure, an alarm signal might be blocked or delayed, potentially jeopardizing the response to an emergency. The process of phone line seizure typically involves the alarm panel briefly disconnecting any existing phone call and using the line to dial the monitoring station. Once the alarm signal has been transmitted, the panel may release the phone line, allowing normal telephone usage to resume. However, some systems may maintain control of the line until the alarm event has been fully resolved. The circuitry required for phone line seizure is not present in standard DSL filters. These filters are designed solely to separate DSL signals from voice signals, not to provide the alarm panel with the ability to override normal phone line operation. Attempting to use a standard DSL filter in conjunction with an alarm panel that requires phone line seizure can lead to unreliable alarm transmission and potentially compromise the security of the premises. 8-pin DSL filters designed for alarm panels incorporate specialized circuitry that enables phone line seizure. These filters typically have separate connections for the incoming phone line, the alarm panel, and telephone devices. When an alarm event occurs, the panel can activate the phone line seizure circuitry, which temporarily disconnects any existing phone call and allows the panel to dial the monitoring station. Once the alarm signal has been transmitted, the filter may release the phone line, allowing normal telephone usage to resume. The use of an 8-pin DSL filter designed for alarm panels ensures that the alarm system can reliably communicate with the monitoring station in the event of an emergency, regardless of whether someone is already using the phone line. This is a critical component of a properly functioning alarm system. Regular DSL filters are designed for a very specific purpose, that being to allow voice and data to travel simultaneously without disruption. When these signals are mixed, you might experience static during phone calls or dropped internet connections. A DSL filter isolates the frequency ranges. Voice operates at a lower range and DSL operates at a much higher range. However, it lacks the capabilities needed for alarms such as phone line seizure. To reiterate, regular DSL filters will not work for phone line seizure. The only way is with the 8-pin DSL filter. The alarm panel needs to communicate, especially during an emergency.